It's Madden NFL 24, where we've got two teams who used to call St. Louis home. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
This one started, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Stafford going to be taken in here by Nakua. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He can't get him down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a play fake it at Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. Touchdown, L.A. DeMarcus Demarcus Robinson, 34 yards. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, there you go. They gave up the score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up the score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Got an open man that time, man. They put a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. This taken in right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Michael Wilson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a 1st.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
They really look comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
On first down, Benson to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Murray. And he completes it to Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 14. A good pickup there at 22.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Here's Higgins out of the right side. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1. Throwing now is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Connor is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
It's game time.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. This from 32 yards away. Prater's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. On 4th down, Stafford. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. In the first half, just like the end of the game, can't end with a defensive penalty. They'll have another play.
One more play, untimed. See what happens here.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
From the gun, Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trey McBride, the target on that throw, and now it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw, it's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On first down, Stafford here.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Stafford to his #1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Effort play from B.J. Ojulari to drop him for a loss. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So the completion good for just 3. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this down to the 23. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Rams are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Murray's throw complete to McBride. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. 7 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On second down, here's Murray. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here now, third down. Murray now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run it again with Williams. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2nd and 11. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Glendale.